Welcome back everyone. So now we are with a question which is saying that calculate the correlation coefficient between x and y. The question is this: calculate correlation between x and y. Calculate the correlation between x and y. The question is this: the values of x are these and values of y is this. So let's start applying the formula. So as we have already discussed in our earlier video that the formula for calculating this particular correlation is, I'll write it over here. R is equal to sigma x minus x bar y minus y bar upon root of sigma x minus x bar square root of sigma y minus y bar square. Now if we focus on this formula, first of all it is talking about this x bar. Now what is x bar? X bar is the mean of x, sigma x upon n. This is mean of x. So sigma x is what? Total of this x. So when we add all these, we'll get sigma x is equal to 30. You can check. Then sigma y is 45. Right? So we have got sigma x and sigma y. So x bar is equal to sigma x. Sigma x is 30 divided by n, number of observation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 30 upon 5 will get x bar is equal to 6. Right? Then y bar. So y bar is sigma y upon n. So sigma y is 45 divided by 5. So when we simplify it, we'll get 9. So we'll get x bar is equal to 6 and y bar is equal to 9. Now please focus on the formula. Formula is saying that sigma means total. You need this total of x minus x bar into y minus y bar. Sometimes what students do, they calculate x minus x bar ka total and then they calculate y minus y bar ka total and then put both the values and multiply. No, it is saying that first of all you need to find this x minus x bar. So the next column which I am going to make in this table, I'll write x minus x bar. Right? And then I need y minus y bar. Okay. Now the third thing which I require is x minus x bar multiply y minus y bar. Right? So R is equal to sigma x minus x bar y minus y bar upon root of sigma x minus x bar square root of sigma y minus y bar square. So I need the total of x minus x bar into y minus y bar. So इस column का जो total आएगा that will be called as x minus x bar into y minus y bar sigma x minus x bar y minus y bar. So let's do it. x minus x bar, x की हर वैल्यू में से x बार को माइनस करते जाओ. 2 minus 6 minus 4, 4 minus 6 minus 2, 6 minus 6 0, 8 minus 6 2, 10 minus 6 4. See, whenever you will take the sum of this x minus x bar, it will come as 0. And student this are 0 आ गया, 0 मतलब r is equal to 0. No, you don't need to take the sum of this, the total of this. Now y minus y bar, 3 minus 9 minus 6, 6 minus 9 minus 3, 9 minus 9 0, 12 minus 9 3, 15 minus 9 6. Right? Then multiply. 6 4 ja 24 and minus into minus plus. 2 3 ja 6 minus into minus plus. 0 into 0 0. 3 2 ja 6 and 6 4 ja 24. Right? So x minus x bar into y minus y bar का total आ गया 30 30 60. So r is equal to ऊपर की value, the numerator part is 60. Now come on this square root of x minus x bar के square. So now we need x minus x bar square and the sum of this. Okay, so x minus x bar, we have x minus x bar is this, just square. Square means minus 4 into minus 4, so it is 16. So minus 4 ka square 16, minus 2 square 4, 0 square 0, 2 square 4, 4 square 16. Now add it. This will be your x minus x bar square sigma. Right? So when we add it, we will get 20, 20, 40. Right? So root of, so this is this. We'll put all the values together. Now, okay, let's put. So root of 40. This internal value is this. Now find y minus y bar square. Now to calculate y minus y bar, 6 square is 36, 3 square is 9, 0, 9 and 36. So we'll add it. Sigma y minus y bar square is equal to 45, 45, 90. So we'll get root 90. Okay. So we have all these three values. We have just substitute these values into the formula. Now the only part remain. मैं ऊपर कर देता हूँ इसे. So r is equal to 60 divided by r is equal to 60. R is equal to 60 divided by root 40 into root 90. Now let's solve it. 60 divided by square root of 40. Square root of 40 will be 2 root 10. Right? So 2 root 10 multiply by 90 is 3 root 10. Right? I don't have calculator right now, so you can do it in a fraction of second, because you just need to put all these values into the calculator and you'll get the answer. But right now I am doing it manually, so I am using some mathematical techniques, nothing else. So 60 divided by 6 into 10. Okay, so it is 60 upon 60. You'll get 1. So r is equal to 1. What does it mean? R is equal to 1 means we have perfectly positive correlation. Perfectly positive correlation. Why? Because the direction is same. See, if x is increasing, y is also increasing by a certain interval. So this is what happens. By this value r is equal to 1, we have got our answer, that calculation of correlation coefficient r is equal to 1. Now if we talk about the interpretation of this r is equal to 1, for that particular thing we need another value which is called probable error, PE. So probable error की calculation generally when we need to interpret that what do we mean by r is equal to 1. Generally r is equal to 1 don't need any interpretation. It clearly says that r is equal to 1 means positive correlation, perfectly positive correlation. But generally when you do the question, by luck this question is something like that, so we have got the answer like this. But when you do the other questions, you will get some values. R is equal to 0.69, r is equal to negative 0.25. So what does it mean? Is it significant? Is it really some value which can be considered, or we need to recalculate the correlation coefficient? For that particular thing we need probable error, and then we do some comparison, that we compare this value of r with 6 times of PE, we compare this value of r with 3 times of PE, and then we come into a conclusion that whether this value is significant or not, whether this value is of any use or not. But right now you just focus on calculating this r, because this video is entirely based on how to calculate correlation coefficient. Interpretation will be covered in another videos, but right now you just practice the basic questions of correlation, where you will find the question something like find the correlation between x and y. So this is what happens. So if you please revise the concept, and if you find any problem, please comment with your question, and we'll surely try to get back to you as soon as possible. And in coming videos we'll be dealing with regression also. Correlation and regression go hand in hand. Sometimes you'll get one question, the one part is talking about correlation and another part is talking about regression, because these two go hand in hand. So in next video we'll be covering the question which will be asking about the regression. We will try to understand the concept of regression. So for now, just note this down and remember the formula. Please go through all the concepts and try to practice, right? If you like this video, please share and do subscribe the channel and keep visiting and keep giving your precious feedback. Whenever there is a feedback, if it is a negative or positive, it will provide some room for us to improve ourselves. So we'll be waiting for your comment. Thank you so much.